We're back with the latest in the case of doomsday cult mom Lori Vallow. After months of searching for her missing children, authorities discovered the desecrated bodies of JJ and Tylee in shallow graves behind the house of Lori's fifth husband, Chad Daybell. But the biggest question still remains: why did this happen? Joining us now is Lori's former friend, April. April, you have known Lori for 5 years. You say her behavior has changed drastically. When did you first learn about her new beliefs?
So it wasn't until February of 2019 that she came to stay with me unannounced. She had Tylee with her, and she told me that she was leaving her husband, Charles, who was her husband before Chad, and that she needed a place to stay. And it was during that visit that she started sharing with me some of her new beliefs, which were very divergent from mainstream LDS beliefs. And that's when I started noticing the biggest changes in her.
So I'm going to show the audience a photo of you, April, with Lori's daughter, Tylee. I mean, your friends were, there you are, your families are close, you spending time together. Did you ever hear Lori describe her children as zombies?
I never heard her describe her children as zombies, although she did describe Charles as a demon, which I guess is synonymous with zombies. But what she did tell me when she came to stay with me, she had kind of this rubric of light and dark spirits. And Tylee's name was listed in the document that she showed me, and Tylee was listed as a dark spirit.
Now, you say Lori also told you about past lives she claimed to have lived on Earth. This, again, it sort of begs belief, but this is fundamental to how she's seeing her existence. Could you work us through those?
Right. So she told me that she had lived several different lives on this planet and on other planets. And what was interesting about each of these previous lives that she shared with me is she was always someone very significant and very powerful.
Now, did Lori ever try to get you to join her in preparing for the end of the world? What was going through your head as you're hearing her spout all this stuff?
Right. So she had told me that another reason for her visit was that she had been appointed to gather the 144,000 that were supposed to usher in the second coming. And at that time, she let me know that I was one of the chosen ones and that she was there to gather me. That was the phrase that she used, was gather. And that part of my mission was to join with her and go travel the world and find the other 144,000 that were chosen. But in order to do that, I would have to separate from my children. They would need to stay with their father, and she didn't make it real clear when we would all be together again or if we would all be together again, but she did mention that I would need to separate from them to fulfill this mission with her. When she started talking about all of this, I didn't pick up on anything sinister or anything dangerous. I really thought she was having some kind of psychotic break. I know she had recently become a grandmother, and she was going through her fourth divorce at the time. And I thought just the stress and mental strain was the cause of the behaviors. And, you know, you make decisions based on the information you have at the time. And Lori was someone that I had never seen angry. I had never seen her raise her voice. She was always a good mom. That's the Lori that I saw. So I never had any indication that the events would unfold the way that they have.
Right now, Lori is sitting in a jail cell in Idaho. Authorities say JJ and Tylee spent 9 months buried in Chad Daybell's backyard. So what is your message to Lori if she's watching right now? And there's a good chance she is.
Right. You know, I get asked this question a lot, and my initial kind of knee-jerk response is I don't have anything to say to her because, you know, the person that I see in the courtroom is not the friend that I knew. But if I did have one thing I'd like to say to her, I would like to ask her, you know, if it was worth it and what was the purpose.
Yeah, why? Why would you hurt those two children? April, thank you very much for joining me, speaking honestly about this very painful event. We'll be right back.